You've been told that the world rewards hard work, that if you put your head down and grind, everything will eventually fall into place. But look around. Is that the truth, or just another lie fed to those too blind to see how this game is played? Because the truth is brutal. Life doesn't reward effort, it rewards strategy. And the difference between a king and a pawn is the ability to stay 10 moves ahead while everyone else plays checkers. This is the game that Kiyotaka Ayanokoji mastered. A boy trained in silence, crafted in cold environments, not built for praise or power, but designed to dominate. Now here's the real question. Why are you still reacting while others are calculating? Why are you still looking up to people you're smarter than, stronger than, maybe even better than, yet they win and you don't? The answer is simple. They know the rules. You're still playing blind. But today that ends. This isn't one of those surface-level anime breakdowns. I'm not here to tell you which episode Ayanokoji looked cool in. I'm here to give you a system, a weapon, a blueprint that you can burn into your psychology and use to reshape how you move through life. By the end of this video, you won't just admire Ayanokoji. You'll become the version of yourself that doesn't flinch, doesn't hesitate, and doesn't lose. But before we begin, don't be like everyone else. The ones who watch, feel motivated, then forget. If you're going to take this seriously, if you're going to study this like your future depends on it, then pause and subscribe right now. Because I guarantee, this channel will become your edge. And if you don't think it's worth subscribing, drop a comment and tell me why. Let's see if your excuse is stronger than your ambition. Let's begin with the most underestimated strategy of all: emotional control. You can't lead a war if your hands are shaking. Ayanokoji doesn't just stay calm, he eliminates emotion as a variable. People think emotional control means suppressing how you feel. No, it means using what you feel without letting it use you. You'll never outplay the world if your mind collapses every time someone insults you. You'll never build anything real if a single failure sends you spiraling. Every emotional reaction is a leak in your strategy. In the world of psychology, Daniel Goleman's work on emotional intelligence is clear. Your ability to regulate your emotions directly affects your ability to solve problems, communicate, lead, and execute under pressure. Want to rewire your emotional responses? Then start training with cognitive reframing. It's simple. Next time you're angry, pause. Ask, what belief is being challenged here? Next time you're anxious, ask, is this threat real or imagined? Every emotional reaction is a door. Behind it is a reason, a fear, a wound. Open the door, understand it, and then close it. Now that you can control yourself, the next step is to control the room. Not by force, not by speaking louder, but by watching. Ayanokoji is quiet for a reason. Silence is not weakness. Silence is surveillance. He lets others reveal their intentions, their weaknesses, their fears, while he collects data. Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power nails this. Always say less than necessary. Why? Because people are dying to fill the silence. They expose themselves while you observe. Start doing this in real life. In meetings, speak last. In conversations, listen deeply. Watch who interrupts, who fidgets, who seeks validation. People are screaming who they are. You've just never learned how to listen. And here's a bonus technique: strategic forgetfulness. Pretend you forgot a detail they told you last week. Ask them to remind you, and watch how much more they reveal this time. But none of this matters if you're visible. Once they know how smart you are, you become a threat. Ayanokoji stays invisible because power is strongest when it's hidden. During the survival test, he let others lead. Let others take credit. He stayed in the shadows until the time was right. That's not modesty. That's precision. Sun Tzu wrote, "Appear at points the enemy must defend, attack where he least expects." That is how you stay 3 steps ahead. Let people believe you're average, that you're unremarkable. Then, when the moment comes, you strike with a force they couldn't see coming. Want a real-world version? Try this. When praised for good work, downplay it. Say, I got lucky. The team helped a lot. Every time you make someone think less of you, your value multiplies quietly behind the scenes. Let them forget you, so they can't stop you. And now we move to the most powerful technique: influence without force. Ayanokoji never orders people around. He makes them think they chose it. Like when he nudged Horikita into leadership. She thought it was her idea, but the strings were his. This is a classic example of psychological manipulation, influence achieved through perceived autonomy. Robert Cialdini refers to it as the principle of commitment and consistency. People stick with decisions they think they made themselves. Want to use this in your life? Don't tell people what to do. Ask questions that lead them to your conclusion. Instead of saying, "You should change this," ask, "What do you think would happen if we tried this instead?" Let them own the idea, but you own the outcome. And here's one technique that works like dark magic: delayed validation. After someone achieves something, don't compliment them right away. Wait 3 days. Then say, "I've been thinking about what you said. It stuck with me. Why does this work?" Because it doesn't feel manipulative. It feels earned. And once they feel seen, they'll keep chasing that feeling from you. You're learning to master people. But let's zoom out. What's the point of all this if you don't have a long-term plan? Ayanokoji doesn't move randomly. Every step is part of a chessboard he built in his head months ago. No impulsive actions. No short-term gratification. We live in a world obsessed with now. Now dopamine. Now praise. Now reward. And that's why 95% of people will never win. Because they trade the future for the present. You must do the opposite. James Clear, in Atomic Habits, describes how consistent microactions lead to massive transformation. It's not about doing more. It's about doing the right thing repeatedly, long enough to see the compound effect. Every meal you eat is a vote for the body you'll have 6 months from now. Every book you read is a vote for the mind you'll carry in 10 years. Long-term players always win. Try this. Start labeling tasks with future benefits. Workout becomes health investment. Study becomes career freedom. It rewires your brain to see value in effort, not just outcome. Still watching? Then stop pretending you're casual about this. Click the like button right now, not for me, for you. Because if you've made it this far, it means your brain is starving for this kind of insight. So don't betray your standards by hesitating. And if you're still unsure about subscribing, write in the comments why you're choosing mediocrity. Explain why staying the same is worth more than growing. Well, wait. Let's continue. Because here's the final strategy. Avoid the noise. Stay neutral. Remain above. Ayanokoji doesn't get pulled into petty drama. Why? Because distraction is the enemy of execution. The second you pick sides, the second you gossip, the second you engage in chaos, you become predictable. Ryan Holiday's book, The Obstacle is the Way, explains this well. Stoicism isn't about being numb. It's about focusing only on what you can control. Detach. Observe. In your own life, when people argue, pause. Say, "I'd like to hear both sides before I judge." Watch how powerful that makes you. You become the one who decides, not the one who reacts. The world respects neutrality because it signals higher ground. And now, it's your move. Everything you've learned today, if left unpracticed, means nothing. So you've got 2 options. Forget this, return to your old patterns, and blame the world when you fall short. Rewatch this. Study it. Apply it. Become the person no one can predict, and no one can stop. And if you've found value here, don't just disappear. That's what weak minds do, consume and vanish. Strong minds support what feeds them. Subscribe now, or explain to the rest of us in the comments why you're choosing to stay behind. Let the world see the difference between talkers and thinkers. This isn't the end. This is your invitation to master yourself, to master others, to master the game. And if you're ready for the next step, to build unshakable discipline and design a system of elite-level focus, then the next video will train your mind like a weapon. Because in this world, strategy isn't an option. It's your only defense. See you there.